beauties, welcome back to my channel! Today I have a tattoo talk video for you and it's all about these bad boys. Nope, not my fat sausage fingers, the tattoos on them. I'm going to talk to you about these ones. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What tattoos? What finger tattoos? Emily, in that case, we can't even see your finger tattoos. Let me zoom in. Can you see them? It says red rum on the bottom of my fingers. The reason I want to talk to you about this is finger tattoos they keep popping up on my Facebook. They're becoming a lot more popular. I think because a lot more workplaces are allowing tattoos. Tattoos don't seem to be as, I don't know what the word is, maybe controversial. They don't seem to be as work off-putting as they used to be. So a lot more people are getting hand and finger and visible tattoos. Finger tattoos became quite popular a couple of years ago. I'm not sure when Rihanna, remember when Rihanna got shh tattooed on her finger? And I see so many people with that at work, so many girls. Or the moustache. I know so many people with a moustache tattooed on their finger. I don't need a moustache tattooed on my finger. I have a real one. As cool as finger tattoos are, I hate the fad of like the moustache and the shh. That was my first finger tattoo and it's a Mario mushroom and I got it because it's the grow big mushroom and I am 4'11" and I just thought it would be really funny and really cool to have a grow big mushroom like 4'11", ha ha ha. So my second finger tattoo was actually this little green heart which I got done on my lunch break in my old job. I was like when I get stressed I just think, oh, I need a tattoo. Tattoos help me. And I was really stressed at work, worked in Primark, that's how stressful it was. Hail everybody that works in Primark because customers are arseholes. So I was really stressed at work and I was like, right, I'm gonna get a tattoo. And I phoned up a tattooist that I'd been going for many years. I said, I want to get my finger tattooed. He didn't know it was me on the phone. He's an absolute bellend. I don't go to him anymore. He didn't know it was me and I phoned up and I said, hiya, have you got any space for a walk-in for a small finger tattoo? And he literally said, no, we don't do finger tattoos because they're shit. And he hung up on me. A few years ago when I started getting my fingers tattooed, I found that a lot of studios actually didn't do them because finger tattoos can be so problematic. Some people's fingers, mine, do not hold ink very well. They fade so fast that a lot of tattooists just don't see the point in doing them. Believe me, they fade fast, even when they've been done properly. The skin on your fingers is just so thin and they just fade incredibly fast. I mean, the little heart I've had done for quite a while now, about 5 years-ish, maybe 5-6 years. I've had that touched up twice, so that's been tattooed over 3 times. My little mushroom has never been touched up. That's actually held quite well, though the outline has faded a lot. My unicorn is my matching best friend tattoo with my best friend Joe. This has been touched up and we only got these done maybe like 2 years ago and it's been touched up and it's still very faded. They probably can't tell on the camera like how faded they are. I'm just gonna try and like compare them to my other tattoos and you can see that they are, you know, they fade. I have a rune on my middle finger. It means love. The lines bled like crazy. You can see that the top of the, I'll say P, so you know what I mean. The top of the P, the lines are not straight. I sat very well to get that tattooed and it's just the way that the ink was tattooed into my skin. And then this. If you look really close, you can see that my finger is blue. So all around my finger, yeah, I don't know if you can see on my camera, my finger is blue. It's really, really faint, but I notice it. I notice it because I know it's there. And it didn't bother me for a long time, but recently it's been starting to bother me that I look like a finger to smurf because the skin isn't thick there. The tattoo is pushed down too hard when I got it tattooed and the ink just spread out. And it's happened on, it's also on the rune, but it's not as obvious. I have to have laser tattoo removal to get the ink around it out, so I would have to have laser on my finger. If you've ever had laser tattoo removal, you will know that you don't want to get it on your finger. It's bad enough on fatty areas, like I have my chest done. When you get tattooed, I find fatty areas are so much easier to get tattooed. Like my arms, I have all my arms tattooed, they don't hurt at all. But like my ribs, which are actually quite skinny, I cried my eyes out. Fingers, I don't want to get that lasered. I don't want it. Plus they hurt, okay? They are some of the most painful tattoos I have ever had done. They are so painful. Finger tattoos actually do have a higher chance of ink bleed, blotching, fade out. They fade faster than any other tattoo, aside from palms and feet palms? The soles of your feet? I feel like, yeah, the soles of your feet. Feet palms. Feet palms. They fade faster because your hands constantly move. Because your hands constantly move, it pushes the ink out over time, and that's why they fade so quickly. Not just that, when I got them tattooed, like all obviously like one at a time over a couple of years, you don't realise, this is with every tattoo actually, you don't realise how much you hit an area of your body until you get it tattooed. Obviously you don't notice putting your hands in your pocket or to get some money out, get your phone or whatever, but when you get your finger tattooed and then you put your hands in your pocket, things like that will bash your tattoo, they will rip the scabs off, and any kind of action like that will increase fading and blotchiness and bad things. So bear in mind, if you want to get your fingers tattooed, the simpler the design, the better. You will not be able to have an amazing design tattooed on your fingers, really delicate. And I see all these beautiful tattoos of like women get these beautiful like tiny lacy hearts on their fingers and things like that, and I'm just like, in a year that's gonna be a blob. Breaks my heart a little bit. So if you do want to get your fingers tattooed, which I still advocate, I still love finger tattoos, just the simpler the better. Go for like an outline of a heart, or an outline of a moon, or a mushroom, or a cabbage. Something like plain and simple, as opposed to like a tiny little squirrel head, which will be amazing and will have so much detail, but as that ink comes out, it would just look like a ball of dust. Finger tattoos also have a higher chance of infection. You know this? Because I didn't know this, but it makes a lot of sense. They have a higher chance of infection because they are so out in the open. You can't really keep them covered. Where I work, you'd have lots, my hands get wet all the time. I pull pints, so my hands get covered in alcohol, and then when we clean up, cleaning chemicals and everything, everyday wear like that will also increase fading of your tattoos. But while your tattoo is healing, things like that can cause infection. Like, I was really stupid. When I got my unicorn tattooed, I actually went to work that night, which I do frequently. I get tattooed and then I go to work the same day, and I got alcohol in it. I can't remember because it was a long time ago, and I poured a pint, started to get a little bit sore, so I immediately washed my hands, and then it was fine. But it was like little things like that will increase infection in hand tattoos. It's things you don't even notice, like when you put your hands in your bag. Like, my bag is filthy. My bag has so many food crumbs in it, and so much change at the bottom of it. Now, money is one of the dirtiest things you can touch, so everything like that can increase infections in your finger tattoos. Some tattooists charge for touch-ups. Now, I didn't realise this. I thought touch-ups were free because I thought they were part of the tattoo procedure. Like my Kay, who I go to at Freedom, she always does free touch-ups because it's part of the tattoo. Like, tattoos do fade. Every tattoo, ink comes out. And if you're like me and you pick your tattoos, ink does really come out. Don't pick your tattoos, kids! But I did go to one place, my finger heart, that charged me. They charged me £10 to have my finger touched up. Now, I understand that it's a tattoo business, and I understand if you purposely pick your tattoo, this is any tattoo, and you need it touched up, then I can get it. You have caused that ink to come out. I don't know, I was really annoyed, to be honest, that I got charged to have it touched up. So it can be quite pricey. If your tattooist does charge you, that price can build up, and pretty quickly, because I could probably do with having these touched up, and if I had to pay for them, that's probably a whole nother big tattoo that I could have got that I can't get because I would pay to get them touched up. That sucks. Before I go, I'm going to tell you about my red rum. This is my red rum. So I got these tattooed in red. I can't actually remember when. It was like the beginning of the year time. Shining is one of my favourite horror films. I'm a big horror fan. I love anything horror. And another reason I wanted it on my fingertips is because I work at a bar. This is my pint pulling hand and it says rum on it. And I think it's a nice conversation starter. People are like, oh, you like rum, do you? And I'm like, no. Now I got it tattooed in red, and the day I got it tattooed, like obviously when you get tattoos, they are bright, they are vibrant. That lasted 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think, before the scabs had completely come off and the ink had gone. It's mainly these two that I'm having trouble with, so the D and the R. The red ink basically came out completely and you couldn't really see it. There was a faint outline, but it was nothing like I wanted. That was at the beginning of the year, and then on Halloween just gone, I went back, I got another tattoo, and my tattooist went over them in black. Now I took this picture, I fucking loved this tattoo. This was when the scab had, it was just starting to come off. And my tattooist even commented on the picture and put, yay, they're holding really well. When the scabs came off, so did the ink. A couple of the end four are holding a lot better than when they were done in red. These two fingers just do not seem to hold ink. Now I've never had any other part of my body tattooed where my body has not held the ink. So it's so frustrating. And to have them done twice in a year, and I'm gonna get them gone over again when I go and get my hand tattooed. There'll be 3 times in a year that I would have had my fingers touched up. First done in red, then done in black. I'm gonna get them gone over in black because that seems to have held longer. It's so frustrating because they're so painful. These are some of the most painful tattoos I've ever had. Your feet, your fingers, your ribs, and your neck. They're your most painful ones. I cried when I got my ribs done. It's basically like bony parts of you, like parts where there is no fat. I need to get my bum tattooed, mate. That's fatty as hell. Ugh, that won't hurt. So because there's just like no fat there's nothing, and your nail goes quite far back under your nail bed. So these tattoos are actually probably on my nails, which are under the skin. It's just really disappointing that they have faded. My skin just does not hold ink on my fingers very well. I'm excited to get them gone over again. I'm not excited because it hurt, but I am excited. That's it, guys, I'm gonna go. I've been standing here for a very long time. Thank you for watching. I will see you very soon, probably with my hand tattoo one. I don't know when that's coming. I don't know if that'll be the next one or the one after, but I'm thinking about doing something completely different with that video because I always do the same tattoo vlogs, like, hey, I'm going to get tattooed. And my hand is a very painful place to get tattooed. So I'm thinking about doing something completely different. But that is it, guys. I will see you very, very soon with another video. Much love, boobies. Take care of yourself, and most of all,